Hey, I'm Ken. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Stock Market Unfiltered, where we take a candid / funny look at the stock market. Try to be educational and entertaining. Yeah, what a day for the stock market today. It's been all over the place. Before I get to that though, hope you guys enjoyed the squirrel video outside Monday. Good thing I ain't doing it today. The wind is blowing like crazy outside today. I did notice when I watched it before I put it on YouTube that maybe about 10 minutes into the video, there's this bird that flew up there. And I don't know if you all noticed that or not, but I do feed the birds too. And this little bird was up there, but he didn't stay too long because the squirrels were up there. And when they're running around, them birds are scared. But check it out. You'll see that little bird up there about 10 minutes and 20 seconds into the video. I didn't really know he was there until I went back and watched it before I put it on YouTube to make sure you guys could understand what I was saying. It was interesting. It was a very disruptive video. I'm back in my comfort setting now, and so we're good. But speaking of the financials and the FRC, I told you it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't Monday when I was talking. But yesterday it turned into a big deal, and there was like couple of banks, Pacific Bank, who were out somewhere out west, 2 or 3 of them were down 20%. At TFC, the stock I own was down 7%. And I bought some yesterday, near a 52-week low. And I'm thinking about buying some today, but we'll see. It's getting close to me buying it because it's down, it's down 40 some cent from where I bought it yesterday. So it's at 28.69. Got down to 28.56. I didn't realize it got that low. I'd have bought some at 28.60. So I'm watching now. I got about 30 minutes before the stock market closes. But speaking of FRC right quick, you thought it was okay until yesterday when all these banks there were several, every bank I looked at was down. Big banks, regional banks, small banks, they're all down. Several of them were down 20%. Like I said, TFC was down 7%. There was a senator from Louisiana, Kennedy, his last name. He was talking, he's on the finance subcommittees, I guess. He was talking about Silicon Valley Bank and FRC, and he said, paraphrasing now, he said management was stupid. That's what he said right there on national television. A representative Republican from Louisiana, Senator Kennedy. And then he said they were as dumb as a rock. He's talking about the management team for Silicon Valley and First Republic. And he said, why did he say they were dumb as a rock? He said, because the Fed told them they were going to raise interest rates, and they should have been prepared and done something differently. The Fed told us they were going to be raising interest rate, and they've done it 10 times in the last year and few months. And their problem was, like we talked before, they had long-term bonds that were underwater, because as the yields go up, the price of the bonds go down. So, and then they had cheap loans, whether it be commercial or to residential for home loans and things like that. So that's what happened there. So today, it's the FMOC meeting. And before Powell decided to get up there and talk, the Dow was like plus 40. The S&P was about 14 up, and the NASDAQ was 63 up. And then, after the announcement, the Dow went up from 40 to 45, and the S&P 500 actually went down to 12. And the NASDAQ went up to 100. And the 2-year Treasury is at 3.951. Before the announcement, it was 3.935. So now it's 3.951. But now, the stock market is, after he has like a news conference, it starts like 30 minutes after they announce it. He just ended about 15 minutes ago. The stock market is down, I'm talking about the Dow, 257 points. And now the NASDAQ is down 41, and the S&P 500 is down 25. And all my stocks in my portfolio are all green now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are red. The rest of them are green now. But that was based on one sentence, because the stock market was looking for Powell to say they finished maybe hiking interest rates for the moment. He did make some comments that he sees what they're doing is taking over, is working, but they had not decided to pause interest rates next month, according to him. They were going to wait for data, but the stock market was looking for him to say they were going to pause interest rates and maybe start cutting them toward the end of the year. But during his press conference, the stock market was way up, 75, 80 points. And then here we go with this one sentence again. Said something about he didn't see inflation coming down that much, even though it is coming down, and he didn't see any reason right moment that they were going to consider rate hike cuts. And market didn't like that. That's a hawkish statement. That they were all at first when he first came out, they were dissecting one sentence about he changed the sentence about raising interest rates. He said we're going to determine, which means wait and see, to where we're going to hike rates. And the last statement was we're anticipating increasing the rates. So he went from anticipating to determining. One word. That sent the market up. It's funny how the market it just goes up and down based on one word or one sentence or one comment. Amazing. So it's a buying opportunity, just like yesterday. It was a Black Friday sale I bought some TFC yesterday. It was $29.12. So my cost base was $31.50. So if I got a $31.50 cost base and now it's $29.12 when I got it yesterday, that was a good deal. Lowered my cost basis some more, although I'm still underwater now. But that's okay. They kept the dividend the same, and I'm not in it for the stock price to go up and down unless I see a buying opportunity like I have yesterday. And right now it's at $28.75. And you think, why don't you buy some now? I don't want to. Let's see what that one I bought yesterday. I bought right with 3 seconds before the market closed. My order got hit. Oh, me. And so that's where we are with Jay Powell. Some of his comments, he says the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient. He actually said that, and that caused the bank stocks to go up. But now everything's just going down based on that. It's going to leave interest rates kind of high. That's what they determined he's talked about. He said the labor market remains tight. He does say inflation has moderated somewhat. So, and he thinks that strains from the banking sector will result in tightening credit. We've already talked about on the channel, that tightening credit, they don't lend as much. So he thinks that will slow the economy. So all these things made the stock market feel like he was kind of being a little bit more dovish than normal until they heard that one sentence somewhere, maybe like 3:05, 3 o'clock this afternoon, 3:10, somewhere in there, where he said they were going to leave interest rates where they are right now, and didn't seem that they were in a mood to pause anytime soon, insinuating that they may raise it another quarter point come in June. So, and the stock market didn't like that. So, like I said, pause on hikes, he said was not discussed in this meeting. So they were looking for that too. They didn't get that either. So, that's what's going on today. And it's going to be a wild day. Now we're down 219, 224. It just keeps all over the place. Everything's down. Everything's going in the red. And I had a pretty good day going until that one sentence about letting the interest rate stay where it's at for right now. Stay the course is what he says. And I say that many times if you got a good stock. And speaking of stocks, I remember maybe a couple of weeks ago, we were going through some things and we talked about Clorox. And I own some of those in another account, not in my main account, but another account. And at the time we talked about it, I told you it was near a 52-week high of it was like $157, $158. And I said it was a little high. I owned it at 130. But I said if it goes above 162, 52-week high, I said it'd probably be a breakout. We'll look at it. Well, it did a breakout. So Clorox had earnings yesterday after the close. They beat by 29 cents on revenue. Their earnings were $1.51 per share, which was 29 cents better than what they expected to be, which was $1.22. So it was a pretty good day for Clorox yesterday, and even today. And after hours was up big in the day. It's up 5% on a bad day for the market. It's at 176.37. It got as high as 178.21 today. So that's a new 52-week high for Clorox. I'm glad I own that stock. That's good. Worked out well for me. I still have it. And it pays a dividend of 2.81%, and that percentage has gone down because the price has gone up. Remember, I had this stock at $130, and now it's at $176. Actually, I think I had it at $127. I had to go back and look at exactly what the cost was. Because I had told you something about putting a stop order on it at $130, and I'll just get out of it. But now I can just change it to $160. It goes down to $160, it gets sold out, and I'll still make a decent amount of money. And like I said, the dividend's $1.18. And because the price has gone up $40 since I bought it, obviously the yield 2.81% has gone down. It was near 4 or 3.5 to 4, which is okay. So that's Clorox. And the one yesterday that we talked about on the squirrel edition, it was kind of squirrely, wasn't it? It's funny how those squirrels were scared of that mat. I tell you, they don't like things that change. I'm normally sitting facing the yard, and this time I was facing down the porch so that we could do the video. They're not used to me sitting that way, so they were a little skittish yesterday. But it turned out all right, considering we're having to deal with wildlife, and you never know what's going to happen. All I want to do is pick a stock, Honey Nut Cheerios or Planters Peanuts. So they chose the peanuts. But Hormel today is $40.63, about what it was yesterday. It's up 42 cents today on a bad day for the market. So, and don't forget, tomorrow Apple reports. So let's see what they're expected to do. Waiting for it to pop up here. That would be tomorrow, May the 4th. Let's see. There's a lot of A names up here. Oh. But Apple reports tomorrow. I'll look and see if I could actually just see. I don't see it up here, but they report tomorrow after hours. So we'll see how their stock plays out. Hopefully it should be good. We'll see. I'm not sure what they're expecting for Apple, but we'll see. Yeah. There's quite a few that are reporting tomorrow. There's some big companies reporting. There we go for Apple. I finally found it. Apologize for that. Estimated earnings per share for Q2. I guess that would be for last year, Q2. They're behind. It's $1.43 a share. Actually, it's 1.434. What they're expecting for Apple tomorrow. And another quite a few companies reporting this week. DoorDash is another one reporting. Yeah, so we will see how that goes. So we'll keep it short today. I just want to come on base because we had the FMOC meeting, and we'll come back probably the weekend for a little recap, because right now I'm fixing to buy some TFC, and it's gone down to 28.40. So I think it's just being, it's called panic selling. A good time when everybody's trying to sell stuff. It's a good time to buy. It's a Black Friday day sale today. So limit. So you're watching me actually key order in live. That's nice. I didn't want a chance to get away. So let's see. Yeah, so anyway, all right. I'm gonna get this order keyed in for TFC. And we'll probably come back the weekend sometime and get a recap of how Apple's earnings were tomorrow and what transpired Friday, and set us up for next week. So you guys have a great day. Look forward to the weekend. It'll be raining here again. It'll be 9 weekends in a row. I'm about sick of the rain, but it is what it is. So again, thanks for watching and have a great week.